Hi everyone, my name is Abhijit Halda. I never made any kind of educational video or tutorial video before that, but on request of my followers and friends who are not attached with any kind of biological science or medical science, they have constantly requested me that to make a video on how the coronavirus is being tested on government laboratories or hospitals. As everywhere, from newspaper to television, from morning to night, one news always leads from the front, that is coronavirus. The student or individual who are attached with any kind of activity related to biological science or medical science, they know how exactly COVID-19 is being tested in different laboratories of government laboratories or private laboratories or any kind of hospital. But the person who are not attached, they have the rights to know. So today it's my responsibility to make them aware and to explain and give some basic idea as per my knowledge. So to detect COVID-19, there are two different approaches generally used by different laboratories and in government hospital. The two different approaches are RT-PCR, another approach is blood test. So first of all, I would like to discuss about RT-PCR. Later on, I will proceed to blood test. Okay. As you all know, virus not visible in our naked eyes. So if we find the presence of virus inside our body, it is easy to tell that the person who having the symptoms is infected on COVID-19 or not. Now, for that reason, if a test gives a positive result, then the person or individual who having a symptoms is infected on COVID-19. If the test has given a negative result, then the person is free from this virus. But maybe he or she is having a general flu or fever. Okay. But how we can test or how we can detect the person is infected on COVID-19 or not? For that, these are the two methods. So in first method, RT-PCR, what are the sample we need? Because I will told you before that first I will explain about RT-PCR, then will I proceed to blood test. So before starting RT-PCR, I will like to explain what is RT-PCR. RT-PCR means reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. No, red is not working properly. Reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, or you can call it real-time PCR. I make it short. Polymerase chain reaction. Okay. As you all know that for test anything, every test we need a sample. So for RT-PCR we also need a sample. So there are two samples generally we used for testing RT-PCR, and the samples are There are two samples. Either we used a nose swab, either a throat swab. So in medical terms, nose swab is called nasopharyngeal swab. In nose swab it is called nasopharyngeal swab, and throat swab is called oropharyngeal swab, NP or OP. Okay. But generally in our laboratories or in the government hospitals, we use nasopharyngeal swab is more in compared to oropharyngeal swab. Nasopharyngeal swab means we have to take the swab from inside our nose, and oropharyngeal swab is we have to take the swab from the two portion of our throat, inside the two portion of our throat. As you all know that when a coronavirus is being affect in individual or any human beings, they first affect our nasal cavity along with the respiratory systems. Okay, so when we collect our swab, what we need to do and how we can collect the swab? First, there is a long cotton bud. Okay, the cotton bud which we are used for ear. So there is a long cotton bud. So the long cotton bud it's a flexible head in the top wrapped with the cotton. So we have to insert it inside our nose, and from our nose we need to take the swab. Okay, so NP swab, we need this NP swab. The sample is enough to detect the virus is present or not. As we all know, this virus is a droplet infection, so it is must present inside our swab. Okay. After taking the nasopharyngeal swab, what do we need to do? We need to put the swab in a viral transport medium. Okay. Now let me tell you one thing before proceed to the RT-PCR technique. Neither of these tests give you a standalone result. Okay. Because RT-PCR is a process which is used for investigation purpose, or which is used for the scientific research in different laboratories or research institute. Okay, but these days now it is used as a diagnostic purpose because we don't have any other option. So both the result have give you a 97 to 98%. When you take the swab, there is a droplet, right? This is a droplet. This is a swab. Inside the swab, if you zoom it, you can find that there is the virus. Okay, these are the virus. As we all know that every organism or every individual has its own genetic material. Okay, either it's a human beings, is an animal, is a microorganism. Everyone has a genetic material made up of nucleic acid. And what are the genetic materials? Genetic materials are two types. Either is DNA, another is RNA. Okay, DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, RNA means ribonucleic acid. This coronavirus having a genetic material known as RNA. This is an RNA virus, positive single strand. Okay, this is a single strand RNA virus. So the coronavirus is an RNA virus. Now, before proceed to RT-PCR, in our molecular biology or in a microbiology, we generally used PCR. Okay, polymerase chain reaction. What does PCR do? With the help of PCR, we can amplify the DNA. It means we produce number of copies of DNA as per our requirement. Maybe if we need 1,000 copy, we can make 1,000 copy. If you need 10 copies, we can make 10 copies. Okay, copies mean a Xerox of the DNA. For amplification, we need to know the sequence of the DNA. To amplify the DNA, we need to know the sequence of the DNA. So what is the sequence? As you all know that DNA and RNA both have the sequence. So what are the sequence? The sequence are A, G, C, U, A, G, C, T. A, G, C, U, A, G, C, T. Okay? A means adenine, G means guanine, C means cytosine, U means uracil. And there is a T called thymine. Okay? This is for RNA, this is for DNA. Okay, DNA have this sequence, RNA have this sequence. From before, China was provided the sequence. Let's make a hypothetical sequence of RNA virus because we need to work on RNA. Okay, not for DNA at first. So let's take a hypothetical sequence of the DNA. As we all know that RNA is a single stranded and DNA is double stranded. One thing, there is a dust. This is an RNA. And DNA always look like a ladder. This is DNA. DNA always are double stranded. Okay. This is an RNA. Let make an hypothetical sequence of these RNA CCU, This is an hypothetical sequence. Now this is the sequence of the RNA. Let takes 10 to 15 nucleotide stretches. 10 to 15 nucleotides, maybe you can take it on 5 also. Stretches means these are the stretches. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's take 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stretch of nucleotide sequence. Okay. So different companies are making a kit on the basis of different nations are using different kit, because German having a different sequence of kit, China having different sequence of kit, India having different sequence of kit. So different companies or different countries have using different kit. So by using different kit, by using any kit, what they try to do, they are try to find the specific RNA that must be contained in the RNA of this virus. Okay, what we need to do, we need to target the sequence and amplify the sequence. Okay, they make multiple copies as per requirement. In PCR, we amplify the DNA. In PCR, we amplify the DNA, not the RNA, because RNA is made up from DNA. But what we need to do here we need to make RNA, make DNA. What you need to do, we need to make DNA from RNA. That's why this process is known as RT-PCR, means reverse transcription. In PCR, what we need to do, we are making RNA from DNA in PCR. But here, what do we need to do? We need to make DNA from this RNA. So that's why this process is known as RT-PCR, means reverse transcription. Okay. So to make this DNA from RNA, what we need to do? We need to use a special enzyme, and the name of this special enzyme is reverse transcriptase enzyme. Reverse transcriptase enzyme, which is also known as RT enzyme. To change this, to convert RNA into DNA, what do we need to do? Reverse transcriptase enzyme, RT enzyme. By using this enzyme, RT enzyme, reverse transcriptase enzyme, we will able to make DNA. Now, what the name of the DNA is? Complementary DNA, cDNA. Okay. cDNA. Okay. Complementary DNA. Now, after making this complementary DNA, what do you need to do? We need to amplify the DNA using a small trace of nucleotide called primer. Okay, primer. So, I am not going to detail about it because this video is for the general audience. So I am giving you some basic idea. Primer means this. Remember one thing, once you prepare this DNA, this complementary DNA as a template, you can make several copies of DNA or Xerox copy of the DNA. This technique is relay on real-time mate, means whether our targeted sequence or the DNA is amplified or not. Suppose to amplify this DNA, we generally use a special fluorescent dye or probe which gives you a color, green color. Okay, whenever the probe binds with this DNA, whenever this there is a probe, I make it once. Whenever we are using a probe to amplify the DNA, using a probe. Okay, probe. When this probe is binds with DNA, they will emit fluorescent. Okay. When this probe is a kind of a color, okay, which give you a color, either is a green color or any other color. To amplify the DNA, we use a special probe. Okay, special probe, probe which gives you a color, maybe a green color or any other color. So when the probe we are using for the amplification of the DNA, this probe will emit some fluorescent. Okay, now we can detect or measure this both qualitatively and quantitatively. Okay, now when there is an amplification of the DNA, the probe will emit, the probe will emit, and this will produce the fluorescent. When we run this process, this artificial process, first of all, initially we are doing the artificial. When the artificial process is a cyclic process, we need to run it for several hours. Okay. When the fluorescent emit, we see that there is an when the fluorescent is emit, it will increase according to time. The fluorescent increase when the probe is binds with DNA and the DNA is amplified. The fluorescent is increased according to time. Okay. Then according to time, if now I will mention one thing, that if the fluorescent is increased according to time, then the sample which we have collected from any individual or human beings, then the sample is positive. If the fluorescent is increased in time increase, fluorescent increase, then sample is positive. If there is no change in the fluorescent, there is no increase of fluorescent, then the sample which we have taken is negative. Okay, so the back calculation, we can, with the help of back calculation, we can say that the targeted region is amplified. Targeted region for what? Targeted region, if the DNA is amplified, then the RNA is amplified, because the DNA comes from the RNA. So the targeted RNA is amplified. Then the swab containing the viral RNA, means the swab having this virus, then the person is the carrier of this virus. Okay, so to run this process, to run this technique, we need a skilled technician, as well as it is a very time consuming. Okay, and the fluorescence and the probe which we are used is the name of the probe are Cyber Green. The name of the probe is Cyber Green or Tagman probe. These probe are too expensive. It's too expensive. You cannot buy it for yourself. These probe are too expensive. So artificial is a very long process. It takes 1 or 2 hours or more than that. And artificial, for doing this process, for doing this technique, you need a skilled technician as well as microbiologist or pathologist or a molecular biologist. Okay, this is all about artificial. Now we will proceed to blood test. In compared to artificial, this technique is much more familiar and now become famous day by day. As because it is very, it requires very less time. 10 to 15 minutes is enough for doing this test, blood test. Okay. Even some company launched kit from different parts of the world. Even India also launched kit. But all these kits are pre-booked and we need to pre-order it. You can do it by yourself within 10 to 15 minutes, as I mentioned before, but it is not allowed due to the coronavirus is very transmitted quickly, and this is a droplet infection. So before doing this test, you have to take some preventive measure, which is quite difficult. This blood test kit is as similar as pregnancy kit. Maybe you are familiar with pregnancy or diabetes kits. So it is just like a pregnancy kit. Now, how the kits look like? Here is a sample. There is a buffer section. There is a control. There is an IgG. And there is an IgM. The kits look like this. The kits look like this. I move there. This section is a control. This is an IgG, IgM section. This is a sample and buffer. Buffer is a solution which is provided with the kit. Okay, which is already within the kit. There is a small liquid solution. Okay. Now, in what principle this test is working? This blood test is work on the base of the idea that your body is already being infected of the coronavirus and your body is produced antibody. These are the antibody. IgG and IgM both are the antibody. Okay. What is antibody? I told you that IgG, IgM is the antibody, and this principle works on antibody. Antibody is a system. Is a process by which if a bacteria or virus, any kind of bacteria or virus is affected in our body, the works of the antibody is to protect our body, to protect our all the systems of our body. What are the fundamental difference between the two tests? This is blood test and the artificial test. The first technique, artificial, tells you that the virus is currently infected or not, means the virus is currently presented on your body or not, the artificial test. But this blood test is not going to tell you that whether your body is currently infected or not. It gives you the arbitrary value, whether you have been infected by this virus earlier or few months ago, or maybe currently you have this virus on your body or not. When the virus is infected, not only this virus, any bacteria is infected in our body, there is an immune system. Okay, immune system. In our body there is an immune system. What immune system is do? Immune system is automatically start producing antibody. Okay. And the work of antibody is to protect our body from the bacteria, from the virus, on any kind of microorganism. Now, one antibody, when our immune system produce antibody, maybe make it short, antibody. One antibody is specific for one virus. Okay. Another antibody is for another virus. Another antibody is for another bacteria. If in our body there's two different viruses are attacked in our body, the antibody produced is two different antibody. With the help of this text, we are not able to distinguish that whether the SARS-CoV-1 or SARS-CoV-2 is infected in our body. Maybe there's both the viruses are very similar, but still we are not able to detect or distinguish that whether the SARS-CoV-1 is infected in our body or SARS-CoV. Now, among the two types of antibody, IgG, IgM, IgM is the primary antibody. It is produced when the virus or bacteria or any kind of microorganism infected in our body for the first time. I am talking about IgM. IgM is, I told you before that it is the primary antibody. It is also known as primary immune response. And what do you mean by IgG? IgG, first of all, I would like to tell Ig means immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin G or immunoglobulin M, whatever the answer. Ig means immunoglobulin. Now let's talk about IgG. What is IgG? IgG is produced when the virus, when the bacteria or any other microorganism affected in our body more than several times. Okay. Now how we can test this blood test? So for blood test, what we need to do? We need a needle prick blood. Okay. Just like we are using for diabetes. That is a needle prick blood. After taking the needle prick blood, we have to put the blood in the sample section. Okay, in the sampling section. How much blood is needed? We need 10 microliter. 10 microliter blood. Only 10 microliter blood is enough to test for proceed this test. Okay. After putting the sample, we need to put the buffer. The buffer which is given with the kit. Okay, we need to put the buffer. After 10 to 15 minutes, we will be able to see that there is a line in the control section. Okay, in the control section. Now, one thing it's very important. After 10 to 15 minutes, if you see there is a line in the control section, then we can understand easily that the test is in process. Okay, if there is no line in the control section, maybe the kit is faulty. Okay, or you have to put some more buffer. Either there is a lack of buffer, either the kit is faulty. Okay, now one thing I'd like to explain, I forgot to tell you that what does this buffer work. The work of the buffer solution is which take your blood in a capillary direction, in this direction. When you put the buffer in the buffer section, it will help to move the blood to the upward direction, means up to control. Now if you see after 10 to 15 minutes there is a line in IgM section, then what does it means? What it means that the virus is infected in our body for the first time, as well as it is infected within 2 to 3 days or maybe today. Okay, if you see that there is a line in IgG section also, IgG and IgM, both the section, then this virus is infected in our body several times, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks before. So in both cases you have to consult with the doctor, you have to quarantine yourself, or you have to isolate yourself. But one more thing, there is another possibility, and the possibility is if you see there is only a single line in IgG section, then what does it mean? This means that this virus is affect your body maybe 2-3 months ago, not only a single time, several times, and that's why your body is able to produce enough antibody to protect yourself from this dangerous virus. I will explain both the process, RT-PCR process and blood test also. I will explain as per my capability, as per my knowledge. Now, maximum laboratories, maximum hospital are interested for doing this blood test initially, because I will explain you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I told you before that there are 10 people are having a symptoms. Okay. Now, the 10 people may be having a symptom, but it doesn't mean that the 10 people having the carrier of the coronavirus, or the 10 people is not affected by coronavirus. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people are affected. So, if we are going to do the RT-PCR technique, if we are going to do this process for 10 people, RT-PCR, I told you during the when I am explaining about RT-PCR is a very long process. It's a very time-consuming process. So for that, RT-PCR takes 2 to 3 hours for a single test. If you want to do a test, it takes 2 to 3 hours. So now you can imagine that for testing this 10 people you have to give 20 to 30 hours. Now you can imagine that in our country there are so many people are infected by this virus. So for doing this RT-PCR, it takes a long time, as well as not only the long time, we need a number of skilled technicians, number of microbiologists, number of molecular biologists. What the government are doing? Government initially are doing the blood test. After blood test, if the suppose 2 or 3, maybe 5, max 2 or 3 or maybe 5 people are giving the positive result, then government are doing the RT-PCR to make sure that the person is infected or not. Okay, because this blood test is taking a less time, 10 to 15 minutes, I told you. So after getting the positive result from the blood test, they are doing the RT-PCR to make confirm of that. Okay, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and share with your friends, with your family members, or in your social media, so that everyone gets some basic knowledge regarding how coronavirus is being tested on different laboratories and hospitals. Thank you so much.